Welcome to Main Street, USA, the very heart of Disneyland Park. Now here's a little secret you might not know. There's an apartment right above the firehouse. It's Walt's personal apartment where he would stay overnight from time to time. Ever wonder what inspired Walt to make the entranceway to his beloved Disneyland a Midwestern street from the turn of the century? Well, let me tell you a little story. This is Kansas Avenue, the historic main street of Walt Disney's boyhood hometown, Marceline, Missouri. Walt and his brother Roy shared fond memories of this warm and friendly community and made a memorable return visit in the summer of 1956, just 1 year after the grand opening of Disneyland. Near the Marceline train depot, a vintage locomotive celebrated the area's romance with the rails, something that stayed with young Walt his entire life and inspired the original Santa Fe and Disneyland Railroad attraction. Like many kids, Walt had spent lots of time daydreaming, admittedly even in school. He remembered his days at Park Elementary, but not whether or not he'd actually carved these initials. Of course, that's not something anyone should admit. This famous desk has since been displayed at Disneyland. The Disney brothers happily relived their boyhood days, ignoring barbed wire to visit a favorite cottonwood tree, hitching a ride in a horse-drawn delivery wagon, courtesy of an old family friend, and even fishing off the Yellow Creek Bridge. Did you know that for a time, Frontierland's Tom Sawyer Island had a real fishing hole? I'll bet this is why. The whole town of Marceline turned out to welcome the Disneys home. Some folks were there officially, and others came out simply for the fun of it. Young Mouseketeers made new friends, and some old ones held an impromptu class reunion. No one was overlooked by Walt, who made it a point to stop by and greet some special fans who'd missed the earlier festivities. Then it was on to the new Walt Disney Municipal Park and Swimming Pool, where the King of Disneyland crowned a real live princess. And a splashing good time was had by one and all. Sometime later, Marceline's Kansas Avenue was officially renamed Main Street, USA, forever fusing fact with fantasy. Disneyland was built in 1954, and shortly thereafter, a young Steve Martin spent 3 years working as a cast member at the Magic Shop right here on Main Street. Now, after that, we all know he went wild and crazy. Could that have been because of his exposure with Disney magic?